Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Virtual hair. The virtual hair Zoom featuring our illustrious, wonderful trichologist, Doris Mosley. I'm going to go ahead and bring her over to panelist. Make sure she has that. All right, good stuff. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, everyone. Today is a question and answer session. Is that right, Doris?
Correct.
Yes. How you doing? Beautiful, looking good. I love the color. Love the color. Looking
Thank
great.
you.
I see you got a little blowout going today.
Yes, trying to, see how long.
Yes, I hear you. It looks like you pumped up the color a little bit.
Yes, it's growing.
Yes, I see. It looks wonderful and full. Folks, if you are a guest on the line, go ahead and put who invited you in the chat. Welcome, welcome, all distributors. Welcome, guests. Welcome, professionals. It's my pleasure. By the way, my name is Kathy Weathersby. I'm so happy to see and hear you guys on here from Columbia, South Carolina, where the heat index is at 109, they say, 97 degrees out here. But we're under some nice shade and we got our proper hydration. So we're all good. Doris Mosley is a professional with over 50 years of experience. She's a sought after trainer all over the country. They are looking for her to share her knowledge, and we get a chance to have her every Monday. Every Monday. She is our resident trichologist. That means that she is the expert on everything having to do with the hair and the scalp. And you have an opportunity today for a special Q&A session. So I see you out there, AJ and Brenda and Charlotte and I want to say Cursities International. I hope I didn't butcher that. Dr. Betty Smith, Mom Mitchell, New Rider. All right now. And then Patricia and Royaline and Shirley, Tamar and Tanya. Welcome everybody and those that are coming in. Without any further ado, I want to introduce to you guys the founder of the Spectrum International Beauty Expo out of Los Angeles, California, Doris Mosley.
Thank you, Kathy, to my mentor, my coach, my everything when it comes to Akana. With all the patience in the world, you guys, if you ever need to find out anything, call her. She will not stop until the answer is satisfied. I'm so excited to be here today because today I decided to let you guys just have your way because a lot of you have questions offline. So I said, you know what, those questions can be online. So if we can get those answered, that can get you to your success even that much faster. We are here today with Akana, and we got, I just love talking about the product because it has been tested. As you can see, I just let my hair today be blown out to let you see that it is still working for me. I'm excited about it. And I just want to quickly go through, I call it the baby that grew up, and that is hemp powered hair. And in hemp powered hair, you know what, Akana just didn't throw something together. They researched every one of those ingredients. And in researching those ingredients, they found out they will work, restore our hair if the follicle is still alive. That's the main thing. A lot of people don't realize if the follicle is dead, then that is the end of that era for hair to be there. So I'm just going to go through hemp powered hair and let you know which ingredients, those organic ingredients that they put together to make sure that you have some satisfaction. Again, providing that the follicle is still alive. So let's look at black seed oil. Black seed oil is one of those oils that help get rid of the itchy scalp. Now, sometimes people say, Doris, my scalp is so itchy, what can I do? First of all, I always like to have people, when I have my healing hair days, I have everybody to pretend they got a mirror. So they hold that mirror up in front of them, hold that pretend mirror, and they say, I am what I eat. That's very important, that you know what you eat is what you're going to get back. So if you're eating unhealthy, and Akana is on a real serious run with us eating properly, knowing your blood type, knowing what to do as far as what foods to take in, which foods to let go. So when that itchy scalp come up, I always think of what is going on with it. Is it inflammation? If it is inflammation, then you need to cut out some of the sweets, some of the carbohydrates. But black seed oil help get rid of that itchy scalp. And so instead of grabbing anything and scratching up there to damage that follicle even more, it's only going to cause you to lose it. So we don't want you to lose a follicle, because you was born with over 5 million over the entire body. And over 100,000 of those made it to the head. And everyone that made it to the head, we want to keep it on the head. Then we have peppermint oil. Peppermint oil is one of those oils that stimulates the blood circulation. Now, when the blood circulation is stimulated, that means it gets to the follicle faster. The blood is what actually nourishes the follicle. My friend says if blood don't flow, hair won't grow. So we got to make sure that the blood is flowing to the follicle, and it has a very nice smell. It like relaxes you. And when it relaxes you, your blood flows better because the arteries and veins are relaxed. It's not tensed up. So that is an excellent oil that they made the choice to put into our hemp, our powered hair. Then we have cinnamon. Cinnamon oil is an antioxidant, and that antioxidant helps get rid of those free radicals that's just running around in the body, causing nothing but havoc. We want to get rid of those free radicals. That's where cinnamon oil comes in at. Pumpkin seed oil is amazing because we sometimes get attacked by DHT. Well, if you've been with me for days and weeks, you know what DHT is. It's dihydrotestosterone. And what it does, it goes and wraps itself around the follicle and chokes out the nutrients. Well, if I was near you and could get my hand around your neck and choke you until the end, and that's what happens with DHT. DHT wraps itself around the follicle, and what it does, it chokes out the nutrients, and eventually it kills the follicle. It deminiaturizes that strand of hair, and it ends up dying off. And that means you can't, the hair strand is gone. Okay, so we don't want that. We want to make sure we have the blocker. And rosemary oil also is a DHT blocker. Okay, pumpkin seed, if I might have turned it around, but pumpkin seed get rid of inflammation. Inflammation is just as bad as DHT. It definitely kills off the better part of us. So we want to get rid of inflammation. And where inflammation comes from is usually a lot of sugar, a lot of carbohydrates in our diet. And inflammation is not good nowhere in the body. Okay, now rosemary is the DHT blocker. Okay, and they also found some study about rosemary that it helps slow down graying. Now, you know, we all would love to slow graying down. For those of you who don't like the gray hair, they said rosemary oil is one of those oils that are slowing down graying. So we want to look into that a little more. I know they're doing testing in the labs, okay? Then we have moringa. Moringa oil in there gets just helps with the overall body health of the body. Now we want to make sure that we try to keep our body more in an alkaline state. An alkaline body is a body that has no room for disease. An acidic body is where you have disease. So we want to make sure that we keep our body in an alkaline state. That's why it's important to know what's your blood type. And Akana is on a real run to find out what their blood types. and everyone to find out what they're supposed to be eating for their blood types, so you have a healthy body. And let me tell you, it is working for so many people who have gotten on the wagon to for better health. Then we have baobab. Baobab is that oil that comes from the tree of life out of Africa, and it's for vitamin C and iron. We need that. We need that for our body to be healthy. We need that for our levels to stay up, so we don't be tired and sluggish and not able to move around the way we were intended to do. So we got to stay focused on that. Then we have lemon. Lemon oil is an antiseptic. It cleans up the scalp, it cleans the shaft, and the shaft is that part of the hair that is above the epidermis, which is the top layer of skin. So we want to make sure we cleanse that cuticle layer, which is the protective layer, which is where you get your natural shine from. And that's what we want, because if you continue to condition over conditioners, it's going to end up dulling out that strand, and you're not going to get that rich shine that you're supposed to be getting from that cuticle layer. Then we have salmon oil. Salmon oil is the omega-3s. And I had salmon all weekend. It was so delicious. And every way I could have it, I had it. But guess what? It still wasn't enough. So they put it in our hemp-powered hair oil. And salmon oil is omega-3s, which give the hair the strength. You gotta be strong. Your body gotta be strong. Your hair have to be strong in order for it to remain on the head. And it gives it that shine. And that's the good part. Strength and shine, wow. Then we have CBD, the cannabinol. Oh my goodness, it brings the body back into balance. Now, when your body is in balance, everything will go right. And that's what we gotta remember. And some people say, well, how do you take it, Doris? Well, if you're having a challenged area in your head, which I was having up here in the top, I was challenged. I started to thin more than I wanted to. I started to lose my hair, and I got aggressively on hemp-powered hair. Now, the way it say use it, the manufacturer, which is Akana, say use it, put a few drops on the scalp 3 times a week and massage it. I always say massage upward. When you massage upward, you're bringing the blood to the surface in a timely manner. Then you put it under the tongue. It says a topical and a tincture. Put it under the tongue. Start out slow, and you can add more. At least 3 to 4 drops under the tongue, and wait about 60 seconds before you swallow it, or just let it dissolve by itself. That's what I usually do for my nighttime drops. I just go on to sleep with it under the tongue. Now, when I first started using it, I did not use it the way the company said use it, because I was in a panic mode. I use it every day. Now, it says 3 times a week, but I use it every day because I made a decision that I wasn't going to lose my hair. And if hemp-powered hair was the answer, I was going to see in an aggressive way. And I use it every day. And every day, it was better and better. About 2 months, I started seeing a difference. 8 months, my hair was back. Did I stop using it after it came back? No, I continued to use it. But what I did do, you guys, I said, I'm gonna stop for 2 months and see if it's gonna fall back out. It did not. I was like, oh my God, it's still here, and I still use it. So that's how you use it for hair restoration. Then we have treatments. We have different kind of treatments that you use when we mix it with water and spray it on our hair. But remember, if you shampoo it and condition it, you spray it on, it gotta be 50% dry for you to get the full blast of the hemp-powered hair. Then I told our CEO, who's amazing, that we needed some support with hemp-powered hair. We needed some SOS, some saving our strands. We need to give it a little help. So what happened? We got the shampoo, we got the detangling conditioner, leave-in, I was like, oh my God, it is amazing. The shampoo now can be used 3-in-1. You know how you used the shampoo will run down in your face. You say, oh, let me get it off. Now you can wash your face with it, use it over your body, because what it does, it exfoliates the dead cells off of the body and off of the scalp, off of the cuticle layer, and your hair is much, much better. It's probably saying thank you in a way if you could just hear it. Then we have the detangler. The detangler helps take the tangles out of the hair as well as condition the hair. Again, you want to always make sure your hair is all the excess moisture is off. You can do it with a towel and then spray your detangler. And you want to spray it on and you want to comb it from the ends to the scalp, because the hair tangles towards the end, not towards the scalp. And it is very delicate when wet, so you don't want to break the hair out even more. And if you're taking a weave out, or if you're taking braids down, you want to definitely saturate the hair with the detangler, and it makes it much easier to comb out, much easier to comb out. And men, we didn't forget you. We have the beard oil. The beard oil, you see now the athletes and a lot of the even professional men are wearing nice beards. And you say, why I can't get my beard like that? Well, we have the beard oil. The beard oil helps restore your beards to a thicker and better look, a shiny look. And we also have it for your hair also. If you find yourself losing, you have male pattern baldness, female pattern baldness, you could just put your drops and massage it in. If your follicle is still alive, guess what? Your hair will more likely return. Now, we don't guarantee, because again, we don't know what you put in the body. And remember, you said you are what you eat. And that's a fact. If you plant corn, don't go looking for tomatoes. They're not out there in the field. Corn will come up. And that's like, if you eat a pork chop, it's going to give you pork chop results. So if you eat candy all day, guess what? You're going to give you candy results. So if you look down on your plate and you see a plate of brown, know that you're giving your body acid, and eventually it will show up in other forms of different details that will go in a negative way in your body. So today we're going to have our session that we have question and answers. Now, I may not know all the answers, but if I don't, I will look it up for you and get back to you, because this is, and I'm so excited. Melissa announced this morning that the Healing Hair Day consultants are getting ready to get out in the field. As soon as we get you guys trained to be healing hair consultants, to have your healing hair sessions, I'm so excited. I don't even know how to act. Can't even sleep well this morning, knowing that it's getting ready to happen. And we're going to have those consultants all over the world. If all those other people can do it, we can do it also. And we're going to change the lives of a lot of people and restore hair that could be restored. And that means your follicles there, you got a healthy body, people are going to pay more attention to what's going on, because their hair is what they want. And we don't want everybody to know that you got to wear a weave, you got to wear a wig. Those are options. Those are not things that you have to wear. And Akana is going to help support you in that area. It's okay to have, I have a few hanging up in there in my closet, but that's not what I have to wear. I wear that only if I want to have another look for the evening or for the day. But now you see my hairline, I have a very strong hairline. That's because I use my drops. I still use them. Hemp powered hair is right there on my nightstand, and I use it every day. When I was going through that challenge, now I use it 3 times a week to stay focused. People say to me, Doris, I have real thick hair. My hair is very healthy. Well, it could be, and I'm happy for you. But when we get past 40, you guys, things start to happen. So we want to make sure we get ahead of it. And that's what's so exciting. So we have any questions, you can have them in the chat, or Kathy will unmute you and let you ask it verbally. Kathy? I know she's there. Are there any questions in the chat? Let me see.
I didn't see any in the chat yet. But
Well,
awesome, awesome, awesome. Royaline and Tamar have their hands up, so
okay.
I'll go ahead and allow them to talk. Y'all can go ahead and
Good
unmute.
afternoon. Good afternoon.
Well, good afternoon, lady with all that beautiful hair. I'm so
Thank you. Thank you. I want to let you know that the chat is disabled. That's why there's nothing in there. And that's why
Yeah,
I had
that's
to
what I
raise.
was gonna say also.
Right. So that's why I raised my hand. Doris, if you don't mind, I'd like to go over the porosity.
It's enabled now.
Oh, good. I'd like to go over the porosity example again.
Okay. Well, first you can, the easy way to do it is take a strand of your hair. Okay, take a strand and rub down, just rub down. And if you feel any like bumps or bruises or chips or, of that nature, in other words, it's not slick. If it's slick, that means you have bad porosity. Nothing can get in and nothing to get out, okay? If you have good porosity, which is not good, that means you feel that strand as you go down. The same as if you took that bowl or glass of water. If the porosity is not good, that strand will lie on top, okay? If it's kind of medium, it will flow down a little bit. But if it's good porosity, meaning it's not good, it's just good that it will flow all the way to the bottom pretty much. That means that that strand of hair will take on everything, but then it'll also let it go. So if you would just say, if you was a stylist and doing color, the advice would be, if there's good porosity there, is to do a filler, something that will fill in those broken areas, because the cuticle layer is designed to protect that cortex layer, which is the second layer. That's where everything happens. That's where your cysteine bonds and linkage are. That's where everything, that's where your melanin is, your color. That's where that is. So if the porosity is good, again, not good, it will go in, but it won't stay. It'll come back out. So you gotta protect that layer. That layer was closed and sealed, then that means it's bad porosity, meaning that you can't get anything in and anything out. That's like with my hair. When my daughter did my color, I had bad porosity. In other words, it was sealed a little tighter. So what she did a pre color. She did to try to open up the cuticle. She just she shampooed a little bleach into my shampoo and did it right quick to open it up a little bit so the color will stay, especially red. Red has a tendency to fade real fast. So was that a better understanding, Royal?
It's kind of crazy to say good is not good,
It's
and
not
that
good.
it floats to the bottom, so nothing will go in. I mean, it will go in, but it'll also come back out.
It won't stay.
It won't stay.
Exactly. Okay, just look at a fish scales on a fish back. Okay, just think of the scales. If some of those scales are missing, that means it's not safe, okay, for that fish. We're gonna say that fish.
Right.
Water go in, anything could go in, but would it stay? No, it'll come right back out.
So ideally, the strand needs to at least go halfway down the
meet right. Not even halfway. It can just go down some to give you some porosity.
Okay.
You don't want where it just go down to the bottom, because that means if you have a lot of broken areas. And I'll give you another example. Shingles on the roof. Okay, you familiar with the shingles on the roof?
Yes.
Okay, if some of those shingles are missing, what'll happen if it rains? There's
Oh,
a
I see.
possibility that the water can get inside the house, right?
Right.
Okay, I'll give you another example. If you have a house with all windows, all glass, if some of those glass are broken, what will happen to that house? Air gets in, rain gets in, but it don't get into all the glass because they all are not broken. Some of them are. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's what porosity is about. You don't want good porosity because that's not good for the
I
hair.
see. Right.
Okay. So that's how the best explain it with the examples of the fish scales, the shingles on the roof, or if you had a total glass house and some of the glass was broken. And that's why when you do it, when a stylist is doing color and there's a good porosity, they need to find that filler to fill in some of those areas, if not all of them, so you kind of hold on to your color. A little bit better understanding, Royal? Hello?
All
I'm sorry,
right.
I got cut off for a minute, but I got it. Thank you, Doris.
So Gloria wants to know how you sign up for the classes that are coming forth. You're going to need to send an email to Doris at Akana, as well as support at Akana. We
Kathy, do
already,
you know whether there's any more spaces for those first 10?
well, you know, as we were talking on Saturday, there may be one or two, but we've got to check that waiting list. So that's why I'm asking them to go ahead and send that email. That way we can get them in as they come in order. So those that
Okay.
are already on the waiting list have priority. And so we just need to check that number before we offer it to anyone else. Okay. So Gloria, go
Okay.
ahead and send your email to support at Akana and Doris at Akana simultaneously. Okay. You can copy me in there on there too. My name is Kathy, Kathy. Let's see. Much gratitude, Miss Doris. Following your instructions and improving my hair growth and graying. You go ahead, Shirley. Yeah, you have a wonderful mane of hair too, Shirley. It really looks nice. So, any other questions? What a great time to be able to get all your questions answered by the expert.
Mhm.
Royalene, did you have any more questions? I see your hand is still raised, or is that just because you hadn't put it down yet? Oh, Mom Mitchell has her hand raised. Here we go. Hey there, how you doing? Go ahead and
I'm
unmute
doing
yourself.
great. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I was calling, asking about the class.
Okay.
When does it start? And can we look at going in as a team? My daughter and I wanted to like do a team effort. She's a cosmetologist,
I
and
got
so
you.
we really would need two scopes.
I understand.
Yeah,
I
because
understand.
we
That's a
would work
great
together.
question. That's a great question above my pay grade. I'll take that. I'll take that above.
Uh-huh.
And so, yeah, that's a great question.
But you know
And
what, Kathy? I
what?
would like to share something with Mom Mitchell. You're going to be booking and getting sessions booked. You never know. You may have some on at the same time. You may need that second scope
Mhm.
because people are going to book these sessions. I have one booked now on the 9th. And at each session I've gotten a booking. And
Okay.
Well, you know, we'll see how that goes, but I can certainly take that up the food chain.
Okay.
Okay, and get back with you. That's a
And do you all have a cost for the workshop yet, or?
We do, but we have a cost, but we're just working the numbers out, making sure that they work. So I'm not going to reveal what that is.
Okay.
However, because there's going to be a cost that's different for those people that are on that first action list. that's
Mhm.
going to be different from what everybody else gets. See, there's some of you that have made a commitment to jump on board and be excited about this new direction. And so there's going to
Mhm.
be a special price for you guys that's different from what everybody else gets. Okay.
Okay, great.
All righty.
Great.
September 1st
So
though.
when was
September 1st will be the
September
first.
1st?
September 1st is when we're going to launch this. Okay.
Oh, great. So we should be hearing something soon.
Oh,
With,
absolutely. Yeah, we just
Yes.
got a
okay.
couple weeks. You know, we got boot camp coming up and that kind of thing. We may
Right.
even be introducing it at boot camp. Okay.
Ooh, great, great, great. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
excited.
So it's
I'm,
gonna include some
no,
products. It's gonna
I'm
include your
excited.
it's gonna include products, it's gonna include your scan, it's gonna
Ooh.
include certification. And so you'll have everything that you need to run out the door.
Oh, wow. Okay, great.
Okay.
And see you all at boot camp.
Yeah. Any other questions? I see there's another chat. So give me just a minute. I see another chat comment. Can you give the recipe for the scalp detox for the products? With the products. So that's scalp scrub, the scalp facial. Go ahead, Doris, and share that with the group.
Okay, what was the question though? I didn't hear the
Scalp
question.
facial. Can you give the recipe for the scalp detox or the scalp
Sure,
facial
sure.
with the products named?
You want to have the 3-in-1 shampoo. Now that will vary as to how large the head is, okay? At least an ounce, but you may need less because my friend, she went through chemo and she has no hair. She has a very small head. So I only needed a half an ounce of shampoo. Okay, so the shampoo, 3-in-1, then you want a tablespoon of baking soda. You want 12 drops of peppermint oil and 3 drops of hemp powered oil. That is the mixture that you will mix in a bowl, and you will go through the scalp with a medium toothbrush. And I like the hard, but some people like the medium. You can have 3 on one hand, soft, medium, and hard, and test the person, see what they like. And you will do rotary movements over the scalp. And what you're doing there, you are exfoliating the dead cells off of the scalp, out of the pores. So now you will have as I say, a highway to the follicle. Okay. But after you finish doing that, I usually go over the scalp twice, rotary movements upward to exfoliate those dead cells. And then I will shampoo the hair after I leave that on for about 10 minutes. They don't have to go on no dryer. Just put a plastic bag over the hair. You don't have to go under the dryer. And then I will shampoo the hair. There's always going to be a little remnants left in the bowl. I will take that as my second shampoo and shampoo them again real thorough. Rinse each time like that's your last rinse. Then I will go towel dry the hair really good. Go in with my detangler, my conditioner detangler that let you leave in. Comb the hair out really good from end to scalp. And then I will blow dry or style it naturally, however the end is going to be. Now, I do have that written down. If you guys would like it, just text me, and I will text it back to you. Okay, so if you didn't get it all then, I would text it back to you. But the people who end up being Healing Hair Day consultants, they definitely will have that, because in your scoping, you will see that there will be clogged pores, there will be distance between the follicle, and some people, there will be inflammation that you will be able to recognize. And if you do, you would just say to them, I see now you're on your highway to hair loss, less detour. Detour means that you're going to talk to them about the product. And that's where the scalp, most everybody I scope need a scalp facial, everybody. So, I mean, Kathy, did you get what I sent you with the scope?
Are you talking about those,
Those
the
pictures that I
pictures?
sent you.
Uh-huh, I did.
Okay,
I
okay.
did. I did. We'll definitely talk. I'm gonna,
Yes.
get
So
some
if you
together.
guys would like the recipe, just text me and I will text it over to you.
Awesome. Any other questions, guys? And, we can put your phone number in here, Doris,
Yeah,
which is
do that.
310.
920-3065.
All right. So if you have those questions about, especially about that scalp facial, she can text it right back to you. You have it right there at the ready on your phone. Any other questions? This is awesome. 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 Let me make sure we don't have any other hands up. Just a second. Let's make sure we don't have any more hands up. Awesome sauce. Looks good. Doris, you have anything to add before we close it out?
No, I'm just excited about
That's
our
right. Come
team.
September,
Yes,
we'll be
our team
starting
of
on a
consultants.
new, right, man. And you know, this being something that you can add to your repertoire, like a wonderful leader like Ma Mitchell is adding this as to something she can offer to her circle. So that's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And then this is gonna have those professionals that are on our team be able to set themselves apart from the crowd of people who just do hair.
And if anyone say, I would like to become a consultant, they would first have to become a distributor.
Absolutely.
They would not be able to be a consultant without being a distributor.
That's right. This is a distributor upgrade. This is not
Yes.
a separate thing. So, let's see.
And I'm
Any
sure
more
you're gonna
hands
get
up?
that question, you guys,
Oh,
because
Dr. Betty has a question. Dr. Betty, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yes, she does have a question. Hi,
Yes, ma'am.
Doris.
Hi, Dr. Betty.
Hi, your hair is looking fabulous. I can't get over it.
Thank
Since the
you.
last time I was on, it's grown some more. So listen, okay, here's my question. So if you have locks and your hair is thinning, and you can tell the definite difference between the thinned portion, the thinned new growth, as opposed to the lock itself, do you recommend cutting the locks off or just continue with the hemp powered hair, the scalp facials and that kind of thing, and just play it out?
Oh, no, I wouldn't recommend cutting them off. I would recommend that you try the hemp powered hair and your scalp facial for at least 6 months. Like really focus, do what I did. I did it every day. And I'm gonna ask you, do they do the tool? How do they lock you or lock the person you're talking about? Do they do the tool?
So I actually have sister locks,
Okay,
and literally I have not had my hair retightened because I did notice the thinning. So what I do is when I shampoo my hair, I just separate the locks and I just lightly twist them so that they're neat but not stressed.
okay, but that's a great way to do it, Dr. Betty, because we have found that that tool that goes through the lock to lock it is breaking off the hair. Now they won't tell you that as a loctician, but that has been a negative. That when you stick that tool through there,
Yeah.
it pops off some of your hair.
So the one so I've done my own for the past, when it's been done, I've done it the last couple of times. And the tool that I actually use is one by this sister. Her name is Deborah something, downstate Illinois, but hers is called the Nappy Lock tool. And it's I don't know, stainless steel or whatever, but it looks like a this is my description of it. It looks like a sperm.
Mm,
and it's small. The one that I use is small. There are no rough edges or
no,
that, huh?
it doesn't have to be rough edges. It'll be the fact that it stick it through your lock.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be that the tool is a rough edge. It's just that when you stick it through,
Mm-hmm.
we found that it pops off some of the strands.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Uh-huh. So
Interesting.
if you palm rolling, in other words, that's the better way to go,
Oh, okay.
because you're not sticking nothing through, you're not
Mm-hmm.
causing any stress, and if you are shampooing, your lock should be dried by being on top of the head, not hanging down.
Mm.
I have something
That's
to add to this about
okay.
the
Yes, because
tool.
Kathy wear locks.
Right. I have something to add about the tool. Dr. Betty, I'll show you the tool that I have. It does not have a hook or anything. It has two smooth ends, and you
Mm-hmm.
just merely put the end of your lock in the open end. It's kind of like an eye hook, but it doesn't have a hook. It just has a hole. Like there's a larger side and a smaller side. You lock
Mm-hmm.
that in there, and then you just feed that smooth end through your lock to tighten it down. It's really, really
Mm-hmm.
smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And they're kind of I guess they're metal. The
Mm-hmm.
ones that I have, they come in pairs, but
Mm-hmm.
really smooth. It doesn't snatch your hair, doesn't catch your hair. It doesn't
Right.
do anything as far as like pulling from the scalp, and it's
Right.
really no way to get it too tight. Usually just one or two passes and you got it locked down tighter, and so
Oh,
it looks
really?
neater, but it's not. Yeah, I'll send you a picture of it
Okay,
with the
cool.
tool. And then but it's really easy to do, as far as like you could take your sister locks and be able to feed it through the bottom of this and then pull it
Mm-hmm.
through without
Mm-hmm.
having to really disturb yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Disturb.
Cool.
Yep. So yep,
Look
it's
Yeah,
forward to
so
that.
just pay
yeah,
attention.
yeah. There's
Yeah.
a lot more tools out there now, other than the ones that make us pull our
That
hair
they
out.
right. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks, Doris.
Uh-huh. Kathy,
I'm here.
Patricia Newsom says she tried to get me at account Doris at account. So she wants to be added to the list. Patricia Newsom.
Please text or email that to me,
I
please.
will. I
Thank you.
will.
Appreciate
Mhm.
that. Guys, any more questions or comments or anything like that? Brenda Jones, that's my information about becoming part of the hair certification. Her phone went out. Okay. All right. Um, Doris, when you email me that about Patricia, would you also add Brenda Jones' name to that email?
Brenda who?
Jones.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mhm.
All right, guys, this has been awesome. Listen, don't forget about Zoom in with Akana tonight at the top of the hour. 6, 8, and 9 will be our Akana presentation. At the previous half hour, there's going to be some great tunes by Dr. Ross, who really knows how to get our mood up for Monday. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday. And again, thank you so much, Doris, for everything. I'm so excited too. So
Me
Just
too.
one more
Thank
time.
you, God.
Kathy.
Thank you.
all
Thank
right,
you.
guys,
Thank you,
have a good
Doris.
day.
Oh, you welcome, Kathy. That's Brenda Jones.
Brenda Jones, and then your lady Patricia.
Okay.
Thank
You
you.
guys, thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for joining us today. And let me share something with you before you go. The people that has been with me on these Mondays, they're going to be the strong consultants. So stay with these Mondays and invite others to Mondays so you can be stronger in your knowledge. I'll say that. Okay, make it a
Awesome.
great
Have a great day.